Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Beyond Authentic Health, where we're documenting our health and weight loss journey and beyond. My name is Lisa, and today's video is another one of my Advent videos. So throughout the whole of December, I'm opening up my Advent calendars, which are both Lego or brick Advent calendars. One's technically not Lego branded, but you'll see that. I'm also going to give you a health, weight loss or Slimming World related tip or piece of advice on each video. And I'm going to talk about one of the amazing SlimLand crew, which is our own Lego themed weight loss group, almost like a Slimming World group, but made out of Lego figures, that sort of thing. The eagle-eyed among you would have already noticed that the person I am talking about was missing from that little scene, and it is in fact Debbie from Debbie's World. This is our little sig fig version of Debbie, wearing her purple outfit that she goes walking the doggos in, and two doggos. Now listen, if you are a big fan of Debbie's World, I know these are not the right breed of dogs. I am very limited as to the figures and the bits and pieces that Lego make, okay? And again, technically, it's as close as I could get to the colour of Debbie's actual hair. So just go with me. Okay, so then Debbie's World is a wonderful channel. Currently, Debbie is losing weight using Manjaro, and she shares and vlogs quite a large part of her life, including walking the doggos in virtually every single video. She goes on these epic long walks. Now, I've been following Debbie's World for years and years and years. Her channel started off as a Slimming World weight loss channel, and then, as happens, people lose interest in one particular plan or they want to change things up, and Debbie has done that through various different means over the last few years, and she's currently using Manjaro as her tool for weight loss. But you'll get loads of tips and tricks on Debbie's channel, so do go and check that out. As always, a link to all of these channels that I'm talking about in the Advent series are all down below in the description box, and they're also linked on our channel. So if you go to our channel, our main channel page here on YouTube, and just scroll down a little bit, you'll see featured channels. All of the SlimLanders are in there, so do go and check those out. Not just Debbie's World, go and check out any of the people that we are talking about during this series. So then, as you may have seen in yesterday's video, I have two Advent calendars this year. I know, very, very bougie. And the first one is actually a Lego brand Advent calendar. It's the Lego City Advent calendar. And yeah, so let's open this one first of all and get our first little minifig or mini build of the day. I'm going to pop this down and swap to the other camera. I know you don't often see the other camera on this channel. So there we go, that is what the Advent calendar itself looks like. And we want number 2, day number 2, which is right there. I look at that. It was right in shot. You would have seen that before I did, because I was looking down here, all of these ones, working my way up. But there we go, there is box number 2. Don't worry about box 18. I have accidentally put my finger through it as I was picking this up off of the ground yesterday, off the floor next to me, but you know, hey ho. Oh, we've got a little mini build today. It looks like a tractor or some kind of digger construction vehicle. So there we go. And instructions on how to build it are just there. Let's see if I can remember that. It's a little traffic lighty piece, and then some slopes and some 1x3s. So that should be fairly easy to remember. Right then, so I must say this is much better for me being on plan than any one of those chocolatey Advent calendars would have been from previous years. Oh yeah, look, so that's good. We've got our little traffic light type piece, and we have a singular little wedge shape there, a 1x2 wedge, and then we've got two of these little, oh, are we going to click in? Come on, there we go. Two of these little 1x3 little round pieces, rounded plates, and these are almost like Technic pieces, and these are in black. Then we had the 1x2 little modified plate piece with the little connector on it. Oh, I do like, look at that. It's very clever to get this mini scale. I think it's very, very clever. And then did we just, oh, see, now I have forgotten already. I know it's been like a few seconds and I have forgotten. Oh, okay, so we have got a couple of extra pieces. So we need the one transparent and then the one little orangey yellow piece to make the cab. I don't know if this is supposed to be a toy. I imagine it's supposed to be a toy, or it's super mini scale. But there we go. There we go. So there we go. That looks really good, actually. Look at that. That looks really good. That is so clever. So how many pieces was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little pieces to make what is obviously a bulldozer. One of those little push along, you know, the shovelly diggery constructing machine things, in this yellow, which is very reminiscent of the little JCB pieces. And then we've got extra. I'll always take the little extra pieces. Thank you very much, Lego. We've got a little extra 1x1 transparent and a little 1x1 curved tile piece in that same yellow. So that's very good. I like that. These are the figures that we made in yesterday's advent calendars, by the way. So this little mini figure from yesterday. Oh, it's got to be a toy. Look at that size. Look at that size. That little one from yesterday looks like he could play with this little digger. Oh, that's very cute. I mean, it could possibly be one of those. I don't think it's going to be one of those ride-on figures, diggers, is it? I mean, technically you could. You know, you could. But I think that's very cool. That's a very cute little piece. And obviously, after I'm done with all these little pieces, the minifigures I'll keep as is. But all of the little bits like this, I will separate, part out, it's called, and add into my little Lego collection. So, yay, there's that one. I quite like that. It's a bit of a nothing sandwich, really. It's a little tiny little digger, but I quite like it. And again, all of these pieces will be very useful in January onwards when they just become part of my sort of building collection. Right then, so the other advent calendar I've got is the non-Lego branded one. I think this one was about, the branded Lego one was £19.99. I think this was a little bit more. This might have been about £23. But I did like all of the various printed pieces and things, so I thought it might just be fun. There's also a lot of these sort of green pieces that it looks like I'll be able to reuse in other builds and turn into, you know, non-Christmas trees. So that is why I got this. Anyway, let's have a look at where box number 2 is in this one. And box number 2, let me know if you can see it before I do. Box number, oh, there we go, right at the top left. Oh, that's good. Are you telling me they're all in order? 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, and then they go a bit scattered. Right, okay, so how do I... Oh, get this one out. There we go, take that off. There's no instructions on the back. The instruction sheet, I did have it. I think I've got it just next to me. And then, oh wow, there's a lot more pieces in these. This might be why it was a little bit more expensive than the Lego brand one. Right then, so a little mini, look at all the pieces, this is amazing. This does have a little mini instruction sheet in there as well. Oh look, I've got a sticker of a donut. Oh, that's very cool. Could be a donut, or it could actually be like a pink and white Christmas pudding. I don't know. It's the only donut or Christmas pudding I'm going to get this year. And I did just lose a piece. Luckily, it landed on my chair. So then, let's have a look. We've got either the first type of build, which is a little, looks like a little gingerbread house. And the second one, oh, that looks complicated. What does that turn into? I'm not sure what that is. I think I'm going to build a little gingerbread house. While I'm building this little mini, whatever it is, this little mini gingerbread house, I will give you today's little health, well-being or slimming world related tip, and that is to always have a free food safety net. What do I mean by that? So I really love at the moment apples. Now apples technically are speed food, but I really love apples, so I've always got apples in, and it's become one of my go-to little free food, speed food snacks. So at some point during the day, bearing in mind both me and Rufus do intermittent fasting as well, so we don't eat until quite late into the evening, but during the day, if I'm feeling a little bit peckish, I'll just go and get an apple, slice it into very small slices, so core it and take all the bits out, and then slice it into small slices, put it in a bowl, and then I'll just sit and nibble them. And for me, it's almost like it's the same action as eating a bag of crisps. So you're sort of, you know, reaching down into the bowl or into the bag of crisps and then picking up one and eating it, chewing it and swallowing and then getting the next one, except obviously I'm having apple and not a bag of crisps. So anything that you like, whether it can be some cooked chicken, or maybe you've got some really lovely tofu that you've marinated and cooked off and it's really delicious, and you have a bowl of that in the fridge. Or it could be, I tell you what else I really like is cooking kale in an air fryer, a couple of squirts of fry light, a bit of salt over the top, minimal amount of spice if you want to add a little bit of spice, but I would just bung that in the air fryer on super high until it goes crispy. And it's a little bit like seaweed, like the seaweed snacks. I could eat a whole bag of kale cooked like that. It's absolutely delicious. Anything at all that you've got that's your go-to free food. Now, it has to be free food or speed food. It can't be anything sinned. And the reason being, this is what you want to have on that moment where you're going to curl up in front of the sofa and watch a Christmas movie. Or you might be doing something like building a Lego, where you're concentrating on something, but you just want some sort of hand-to-mouth snacky action. Anything like that, where normally in a previous non-healthy living life, you might have gone, oh, I'll have some chocolate, or oh, I'll have some crisps or chips or whatever. This is where you want to make that substitution, and it's a really, really useful swap out. And having those pre-planned, so I always make sure I've got enough for me, for Rufus and the doggos, because they quite like a little bit of mummy's sliced apple as well. So I'll make sure I've got plenty in at any time. But again, it might not be that that's enough. So another really good one, if you are craving that sweet treat, that, oh my gosh, it's nearly Christmas. You might be watching YouTube or watching telly, and you might have got your 15th advert for a tub of sweets or a box of chocolates or something, and you might have that sudden chocolate craving. This is where, for me, my Cadbury's options kicks in, because I have got some really small little mugs, little sort of half-size mugs, smaller than cups, really little dinky ones, and I will use my 2 spoons of Cadbury's options to get my 40 calories, my 2 sins, and I will mix that up with a little bit of hot water, a little splash of my oat milk in the smallest of those mugs, and I will just have it as a little sip of something really, really chocolatey, really, really sweet. And for 2 sins, I will allow myself that. Normally, that is enough to get me through any craving I have that is that sudden, it's Christmas, go on, treat yourself. Those cravings. That little bit of extra hot chocolate, and they do have some really Christmassy flavours out at the moment, but if that is something that would just get you over that craving, because as we know, most cravings disappear in 15-20 minutes anyway. If you can just get past that point, either with your apple or your other free food snack, or your Cadbury's options for your 2 sins, but that will mean you have protected your weight loss for another day or another bout of cravings. If you've got lots of those free food substitutions, those go-to, those emergencies that at a moment's notice you can whip up within 5 minutes whilst you're having those cravings, you will protect those losses, especially at this time of year. Right, let's go back to finishing this build. So, I think that is really cute. I think that little house is really cute, and we're using that piece as a little chimney. Look at that little pink and purple, really, really, really cute little gingerbready style mini house. There you go. That is rather lovely. I like that. And so, yeah, that's what we've got so far. Little scenes coming together. I don't know whether you would, I should probably stick that on there for now. There you go. Look, I don't think it belongs on there, but there you go. We've got our little Christmassy cottage scene, and I'll put the little Lego character next to it with their toy truck as well. There you go. Look. That is day 2 of my Advent series. I've got to say, I'm really loving these little mini builds. They're really, really cute. Don't forget, everybody, I'll be back tomorrow. If you haven't done already, please do subscribe for loads more health, well-being and weight loss content. And as always, be happy, be healthy, be authentic. Merry Christmas, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.